Delicious. Ah, ah. So how is everybody doing? Doing great, doing good. That's amazing. Apple Snap was really a top 5 drink. Mm, amazing. Delicious. Ah, that's what I like to call a game changer right there, chat. That's what I like to call a game changer. So there's multiple things I can do, right? There's multiple games I could play. But I don't feel like playing no horror games. Because, bro, every time I play a horror game, I can't play by myself. I just get cooked. So I just play it. I'ma just play some other games like let's try Slap. People still play this game? Nah, this game's kinda dead. I remember when people were playing this game like crazy. This game had like a I could not you could not go a single day without people playing this game. Like it was really like that. Bro, I used to be so tough at this game. You don't understand how tough my character was. Like you see all my achievements. Like I'm really nice. Alright, we're not gonna talk about how I only have like 15. How you work this again? Black. Black. Finish. What can I do for you? Customize. What do you do? No, I'm not ready to go actually, bum. What do you do? So you're useless. What do you do? I'll listen. Oh, sure. I actually like to listen to impressive stuff. Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, dragon. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Let me see my accessories. Code. So I can't even have any codes, so it's useless. Hey, if anybody knows what he's talking about, I would gladly tell me, because I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just skipping past everything. Slots 4, you're good. Alright, let me just see it. Let's just play, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. This is taking forever. Let's just play. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Create party. Create party. Well, I bet if I just take off everything. Wait, what happened? Wait, why am I making less money now? Oh shoot, now I got 0. Alright, let me just click from the bottom until it goes up. Right, let me just close and restart. Create party. Shoot, let's just start. Can't be that bad. I'm pretty comp at this game, so I'm chill. I am a menace. You cannot try me. I wouldn't figure it out. Are you ready? Bro, I'm always ready, bro. When have I never not been ready? Alright, so it's me first. Fight. Strike. Rat. Lowest enemy. Light work, no reaction. Light work, no reaction. Rat. Light work, no reaction. Pebble. Light work. Oh shoot! I only did little damage this time. Bro, this. You can't mess with me, bro. I'm being so free. You cannot mess with me. Look, one shot, dead. He's finished. He's finished, chat. Like, he can't miss. Wait, no. This is actually a game that you play when you have a lot of people. I forgot. I'm not about to play this game right now. Too many. What can I play? What can I play? You cannot try me. I'll put in a finger. Hey, people used to play the Forge like crazy. Now it's a washed game. This game is such straight grinding and everything. Like, I cannot play no more. The next about to be up 3-zip. But like, chat, do you actually feel like I could take like, if like, how many humans do you think it would take for me to take on like different types of animals? Because I feel like I could take on like 90% of the animals in this world. Like, they're like light work. Like, give me equal stats as them, it's finished. Or just like equal power ups, and they're like cooked. Wait, hold up. What's that one video called? Best friends don't date. Yeah, I beg to differ. No, I'm playing. Don't date your best friend, yo. Don't date your best friend. What's that called? Oh yeah, I forgot about the streaming university application. But what's that song called?
You know, this might be
you
a
guys
hot
say
take,
you guys want me to react to this?
You know, this might be a.
Let's react to this, y'all. You know, you guys say you guys wanted to react to this, so we'll react to this on streams. Movies I thought were weird, part 4.
Hot take, but I think weird movies might be weird. That's right, ladies and gents. We are back with movies I thought were weird 4. This is a series where I watch and go over some of the strangest
Why
movies.
does his shirt say "In Glock We Trust"? Is he like a Glock 40 Spaz fan?
About you guys on the IG or in the comments or in the Discord and see how weird they really are. Y'all know what we do. We gonna start from the calm, kind of weird ones and work our way all the way up to the disturbing ones. And in the end, I'll go over possibly the most disturbing movie any of y'all have ever submitted.
Why did she have 2 eye pupils?
All right, let's do it. This first movie comes from Alan from the Discord. Well, it was good, Alan. Who submitted the movie 17 Again, the Zac Efron. Now, a lot of you may have heard of or even seen this movie, and I did too. I watched it years ago, and I honestly liked it, like a lot. But after rewatching it, I still like it, but I can definitely see what Alan might have been talking about. Y'all gonna see what I mean. I think the title kind of gives it away why it could get a little weird, but y'all gonna see what I mean.
See, is he actually like an overgrown, like 30-year-old man that got killed, and then he gets like reincarnated as a 17-year-old that likes kids?
Y'all gonna see. All right, so in 17 Again, we follow a middle-aged man by the name of Mike O'Donnell, which gotta be one of the whitest names I've ever seen. Like if
Nah,
dudes
the
is calling
whitest name I know is stinking. What would be the whitest guy name I know? What would be the whitest name? There's a lot of white names. There's like Jack. What else? There's Logan. There's Paul. There's Frank. There's William. What else? There's Henry. There's Henry. There's Lewis. I would say that the whitest name I know is Lewis Frank. That's actually a tough name. I would say that the whitest name I know is Sam Rogers. No, Sam White. No, Sam Blake. What would be the whitest name possible? Whitest name in the whitest name. Nah, but like chat, what would be the whitest name? Okay, so I can't spell apparently. But like chat, seriously, what would be the whitest name possible? Jake. I did say Jake. I did say Connor. Oh yeah, Connor. I'll say that the whitest name possible is probably going to be like Connor still feeling like Connor. No, Jack Bush. Jack Bush. Very white name. Or Connor McDonald. Conor McGregor.
Draymond Green, one of the blackest. This got to be up there with the white ones. But yeah, we follow Mike O'Donnell, a middle-aged man whose life situation is not the best at the moment.
So he's
staying at his buddy's crib because him and his wife are kind of in the middle of a divorce, and he's low-key maybe at risk of losing his kids.
Dang.
And it all stems from the fact that Mike sort of peaked in high school. I'm serious.
I knew it. He's a like 34, 40-year-old male that peaked in high school and reminiscing about his glory days. So he took a secret biotic that transported back to when he was 17 again.
High school was his prime. Back in his day, he was the hot shot, you know, cool guy, basketball player, full ride to a college, all that stuff. But after he finds out his girlfriend Scarlett is pregnant before the biggest game of the season, he runs off the court, pretty much throwing away his basketball dreams.
Man, if you don't screw that lady, screw that girl, you can always get another girl, bro. You're about to be a multi-famous athlete. I would do the same thing, bro. Screw her. Practice your game, bro. And let me tell you something. Ball don't lie, but them hoes will always be lying, though. Let me tell you, that's the thing. That girl, how do you even know that's your kid? Aren't you a basketball player? You could have an amazing pullout game. You never know. If I was her, I would be like, that's not my kid. I have the best pullout game, and I always have protection. I could never be caught slacking like that. Even if you hit me with them leg locks, coach. The leg lock, I already know the meta on how to get past the leg lock. So this is not my kid.
In college to build a family. And now in the present, he pretty much blames all his failures in life on that day and his wife. And that led to the wife filing for divorce, and of course, Mike wishing he can somehow turn back the clock. And I think it's just ridiculous that this dude blames her, because if you asking me, they're both stupid. Why on earth would she run out the game before y'all could properly talk about it? Like, I know it's a movie, but do you think this is a movie? And why the hell would he run off the court?
Like he just left.
His scholarship is on the line. I swear, these dudes are moving like her water broke right now. Shorty don't even got a bump. This dude could have finished the game, secure his spot in pretty much the league, and talked about it and raised the family after.
Man.
But yeah, like I said, this fall off of Doom left Mike wishing
he deserved a Golden Goofy Award. This is like, this guy deserves a Golden Goofy Award because what he just did is atrocious. This is wild work. You deserve a Golden Goofy Award for doing stuff like this, my man. I can't respect you. You are the #1 goofiest person I know. How could you give up on your hoop dreams for another girl? And even she's just pregnant. Man, you don't even know if it's your kid. She don't got a bump. She don't nothing. She didn't even take a test yet. She could just be going off of assumptions. You don't have proof. You don't have concrete. Do you? Well, all I know, she could just be saying this because the whole time she's a couple days late on her period.
He could just turn back the clock. And one day, he gets that opportunity. While on the way home during a rainstorm, he sees his old man chilling on a bridge. And after going to help him, he falls into the river. When he gets home the next morning, he realizes he's 17 again. And this wasn't some time travel stuff. Nah, he's 17 again, but everyone else is the same age. And so Mike, thinking there's an opportunity from the divine, he uses his newfound youth to enroll into the same high school as his kids and help guide them through. It's a dope concept, right?
What happened if his daughter got a crush on him? Hold on, wait a minute. What happened in the movie 17 again? The daughter has a crush on Connor.
It's cool. Y'all can see why I like this movie. But there are two things in this film that really had me scratching my head while I was rewatching. And they both have to do with his kids, okay?
I knew it. The kids have a crush on him, don't they? I knew it. Sweet Home Alabama. I knew it. It's always stuff like this. I knew it. When he turns back to 17, guess what? The daughter's going to have a crush on him. He going to be crushing on his daughter. I can't respect it. First, we got Kay Burks crushing on her cousin. Now we got this guy crushing on his own daughter.
Hear me out. The first questionable thing comes when Mike realizes his son, instead of the tough hooper he told him he was, is actually not on the team at all. In fact, he gets bullied, which, you know, that's a bummer. So since he's
my son is a bum, I failed him, bro. My son could never be no bozo, no bum, no nothing. I'll make sure my son got some. He got at least some motion, all right? Because, like, he's not going to be like me, all right? I'm a fake, nonchalant, mysterious whole... I be acting like I'm a fake, nonchalant, mysterious guy. Whole time, I'm just a... Like, I be acting like I'm so nonchalant, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, ladies love me and everything. So, like, secretive, mysterious. Whole time, I'm just a fake, nonchalant loser with no motion and a slim desire to live. Like, I'm just fake. I'm just a loser at the end of the day. An antisocial loner. I'm an antisocial loner loser with no motion and a slim desire to live. But I be thinking that the Huz love that, but the whole time they don't even know my name.
His father, he decides to teach him how to hoop, which is obviously not weird. I actually found it to be very sweet and wholesome.
Yeah, that's
when it gets weird is when the son introduces him to his wife. Because remember, y'all, these two are getting divorced. So this leads to us having to watch Mike not only try and prevent his divorce, but also try and rekindle some romance with Scarlett. But he's a high schooler. And I'm watching.
So if he goes, so technically he's not a pedophile because technically he has the brain capacity of a middle-aged man, but he's just in the body of a high schooler. So if Charlotte falls for him, does that mean that Charlotte is attracted to his looks or his personality? I'm asking the right question, aren't I?
I was just thinking, you know, I can see how this turns weird, but it ain't that bad as long as it just stays a one-sided thing. But then Scarlett starts talking back to him. And since they have this natural connection, since, you know, that's literally her husband of 20 years, like, he probably knows all her weird...
So is that technically weird? Nah, that's kind of weird. That's like saying that you had a girlfriend. That's like saying that your girlfriend was a 6-year-old kid again. And you were still in love with that. You would be called a pedophile. But then again, that's still your girl. You probably did everything with her, though. I'm actually bamboozled. I'm baffled on this question.
Cravings, her weird secret birthmarks, all of that. Scarlett low-key starts feeling him. I'm not gonna say feeling him, but there were scenes. There were scenes where it seemed like she was. Scenes where she definitely was. Not like all the way, though. Like, she rejects the advances, of course, but it's by saying stuff like...
So she's technically going, but she's not fully going. You don't understand what I'm trying to say? Like, she's in there. You in there. You just need to press the right buttons. But you're in there, but you're not fully in there, right? She messing with the motion, but she not messing it all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you green. Just like you still got a little bit of contest on the shot. But you in there, though. You in there. You just need to hit the right button, sweet talk her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And you should be Gucci. That's what he's trying to say.
I know how you young guys are with MILF, so don't even think about it. Like, ugh, can you just reject him regular, lady? Imagine if these roles were reversed. And it's conflicting because as the viewer, I want to see Mike win. I want to be like, yeah, Mike, win her back. Yeah, on second thought, you might have to just move on, bro. So yeah, that dynamic's a little weird. And that's not even including how weird it must have been for the son to see his homie dancing with his mom. So. Then there's the other questionable stuff, which is as weird as not weird depending on who you ask. The stuff with his daughter, Maggie. Hear me out. So since he's her father, Mike wants to help out his daughter with her issues same way he did for his son. What issue does she have? Well, she's dating the school bully. And as her father, he wants...
I mean, technically, if he's dating the school bully, as long as he has offers, I won't even be mad at that. As long as he has offer, I wouldn't even be mad at that. I was telling him to give him more sugar. You feel me? He's gonna give us generational wealth. You understand what I'm trying to say? If my daughter was dating the school most popular athlete, and he has like 15 offers, and he has offers from Alabama, Florida State, Ohio State, Michigan Wolverine, Auburn, bro, I would tell this guy I would tell her give him more sugar. Whatever he asks for, you give it to him. I don't care. And the same thing for my son. If he was dating a stinking multi-millionaire follower, no, not multi, but like a super popular content creator, woman, or golfer, or tennis player, or volleyball player that has like insane offers from almost all the high level Division 1 school, I don't care, bro. You better give them sugar, boy or girl. It don't matter. If they want you, you better make sure that they stay wanting you.
Better for her. He doesn't want her dating this trailer park hooligan. So, throughout the course of the movie, he's doing what you'd expect him to do. He's being kind to her, he's giving her advice, trying to sabotage their relationship. He's her father. But remember, she doesn't know that. She doesn't know who the heck this new kid is. So when the day comes that Maggie and the bully break up and Mike comforts her like any good father would, Maggie starts trying to kiss her dad.
See, I knew it. What did I say? I knew it. I had my gut intentions are always there. I knew that he would. What happens if the daughter falls for the son, her younger dad in his prime? I knew it, and my questions were answered.
Thankfully it didn't go through, but the fact that she thought all this comforting stuff Mike was doing was an attempt to sneak into her heart or her pants is yuck. Could you imagine being Mike in the situation? Think about how uncomfortable that must be, bro. Like, your daughter feeling you. Like, I noticed that quote, the first man a woman will ever love will be their father, but I don't think the writer meant it like this, bro. The only silver lining in this situation is that he knows and she doesn't. Because could you imagine if she found that out? That would ruin her love life for years. I don't know for certain, but I don't think you just develop feelings for your father and walk that shit off. Especially considering how much she liked him. Oh my goodness, that just makes it weirder. She liked her dad enough, which I can't believe I'm even saying. She liked her dad enough to not get back with her ex when given the opportunity. Yup, the bully rolls up on her trying to win her back, and she tells him straight up, and I quote, "I'm with somebody else now." That is your father. And I almost forgot the part where she's like roaring at him in bed, trying to seduce him. Oh my goodness.
Imagine you caught her. But listen, I'm not saying like this is completely off topic, but it was in my head, right? Imagine if you caught your daughter or significant other, right, cheating or whatever. Not cheating, but like imagine you call your significant other cheating on you, right? And then, but the problem is when you go through the messages, you see that she was shooting shots on Instagram and being left undelivered. Would you even be mad at that point, or would you actually pity her? Because like you tell me that you cheated on me, but you can't even do it correctly, and you're actually getting left undelivered. So am I the loser, or are you the loser? Because technically I'm the one dating you, and if other people are leaving you undelivered after you shot your shot first, does that mean that I'm actually the top one? Am I the delusional one? Am I the one that should be leaving her for the better relationship? And imagine, like, ladies, imagine you caught your man cheating on you, right? But you say that you know that your man cheating. You go through his phone and you see that he's sliding up on other girls and being left undelivered. How would you react to that, ladies? If that were me, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I would low key. Not only would I laugh like crazy, I would then break up with him, and then I realized that I'm with a loser. Cause like if you have other girls on, like you cheat on me and you can't even do it properly, bro. I was low key. I couldn't allow myself to be with a bum.
And she only stops pursuing him when she catches him sneaking a kiss from her mom, which leads to her and all her friends slapping him in the face, with the last one saying, "Call me," before slapping him. This movie is something. But hey, like I normally say, y'all, that's just the first one. This next movie was submitted by Alien from the Discord, who has been requesting this movie for literally over a year. It got to the point where there were videos being made simulating my kidnapping until I finally announced I'm going over it. And what's the movie that was requested? The Grinch That Stole. This movie's about the...
They made a movie about me? I didn't even know that. They made a movie about me without my consent? Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. We all know that's me for real, y'all. We all know that's me. Now let's not lie. Let's not lie. Let's not lie. The Grinch that stole the baddies. Like, come on. If there's the most easiest way to kidnap me or call my name, there's 5 ways that y'all can address me, all right? There's William Frank. There's Handsome. There's Himothy. There's Mr. Take Your Girl, all right? And then there's just Mr. Aura. It's as simple as that. And honorable mention, Chosen One.
Grinch seeking revenge.
That's like the top 5 ways that when you say it, I immediately know that you're talking about me. And why is his search saying Glock we trust?
Santa Claus. After Santa
Is he
Claus
talking about Glock for these
trying to
spaz?
kidnap him,
Or is that
after
T-Banks?
getting out, he decides to try again. But after instead cracking Mrs. Claus, don't ask, he decides a better way to get revenge would be to steal all the in town. And so he spends the whole movie kidnapping and cracking Santa and everyone's hose. Alien.
I ain't gonna hold you. The main character having the blast of his life.
How did you even find this film? How? This is just one of those fever dream movies, man. I don't know what's funnier.
That's like
to
a
me.
lucid
The
dream.
fact that Mrs. Claus was the one that gave him the idea to steal all the or the fact that his plan in the movie actually works. Like, the women were happily letting the Grinch steal them and even complaining when he didn't steal them because they all wanted a piece of the Grinch. The Grinch's
half horse.
Atlanta's a wild place, man. And another thing about this movie, I don't know how to explain it, but certain scenes in the movie, it actually felt like I was watching like a corn movie or something. I'm serious, and I'm not even saying that because all the booty on the screen. Nah, there was a lot of booty though. It was all this freaking hiding under the lampshade acting. And I'd love to tell y'all to go watch it so y'all can see what I mean, but I can't even do that. Because the original platform this movie was on, sadly, removed it. And yes, it was Tubi. I guess even they have their standards. This next movie comes in from Instagram this time.
I knew it was Tubi. Tubi always has the craziest movies.
My followers, from the user Butterfly Effect 58, who submitted the movie Rubber 2010. And after watching this film, I won't lie, I truly do think. Matter of fact, I am convinced.
Is it about a guy that doesn't use rubber?
Because this movie, matter of fact, I am convinced y'all love wasting my time. Because this movie was literally about a living tire, you know, hence the title Rubber, that goes out into the world and can kill people with its mind, I guess, and ends up becoming fixated with this girl at this motel. Even watching her shower. That's literally the whole movie.
Kinda bad,
no explanation how the tire got its abilities or how it's even freaking alive or how it's even attracted to this lady. Like, does it see her? Does it have eyes? How is this tire alive? Man, let's just get to the last one, bro. Let's get to the last one. This final one comes in from SEN6F on YouTube, who submitted the movie The Substance. Now, this is one of the most requested films of the series. I mean, seriously, look at y'all in the comments. Fiending. So it's finally here. And let me say, this might genuinely be the most visually disgusting movie sentence for this series ever. So I'm gonna have to take my time with it. Like, no exaggeration, towards the end, this makes Tusk look like Nihao Kailan. That's how gross we talking. But it's also one of the best movies sent in. Like, this movie has meaning behind it. So make sure to not only thank Essie for submitting it, but also blame her for what's coming next. So in The Substance, we follow a woman named Elizabeth Sparkle. She's a TV star who hosts one of those aerobic shows that moms be watching. Y'all know the ones. And today's her
moms do absolutely nothing at the gym.
50th birthday, which to us might be like, hey, congrats, pop bottles. But to Elizabeth, this was not a good thing.
What's wrong?
Getting older, things don't move like they used to.
Shoot, bro. To love is to let go. If you're getting older, that just means that you know, aging like fine wine, you know what I'm saying? But she is white. Black people, you know, black don't crack. Like I said, black don't crack.
Sag to them. You start to feel less beautiful, and probably most importantly, she gets fired because of it. That's right. While in the bathroom, Elizabeth overhears an executive from the show talking about how she's too old. Ratings are dropping, and they need someone hot and young to revive the show, not this 50-year-old lady. So the next day, over a disgusting lunch scene, like seriously, listen to this mofo chewing his food. I seen dogs with better etiquette than him. He fires her, which is just so foul, but it's real. You could give one of these big corp jobs years of your life, and they'll still throw you out like it's nothing. That happened to me.
Corporations don't care about their employees. They just care about their revenue. Their revenue is the true employee. Wait, that don't even make sense.
I worked at this burger spot when I was a teenager. I'm not gonna say the name, but I gave them 2 good years of my life. 2 years. That's like a lifetime when you're a teenager. Woke up one day to an email telling me I was fired. No warning, no 2 weeks, nothing. You wanna know what the email said? our apologies. Then right under it,
you're fired, bum. Broke boy. Patty flipping out, doing it.
Ronald McDonald flipping me off. That happened. So I know how Elizabeth feels to a degree. But even then, considering the circumstances, what she's going through must feel way worse. Getting replaced just like that? Taking out my billboards? I'm supposed to be the star.
Well, dang, that escalated.
Elizabeth gets
that escalated quickly
into an accident. But luckily, she's okay. At least externally. Internally, she's in shambles. There's this scene where the doctor sees it's her birthday and he's like, oh wow, happy birthday. I felt bad. But after the doctor leaves and it's just the nurse and Elizabeth in the room, something strange happens. The nurse feels up her spine and says to her, you're a good candidate, and leaves. The hell?
What you mean by that, gang? Are you trying to sacrifice me into your little freaky dinky, very niche cult that happens to glaze a demon named Bartholomeus the Third Jr. that takes human souls and innocent babies?
You can't have eyes that blue and do something that strange and leave. I need answers. And even stranger, after she leaves the hospital, she finds a paper with a USB drive that says the substance on it, with the words, it changed my life under. Yeah, I don't know if that would sell me. I've had crackheads tell me the same thing about their substance, and you know how that goes. But I guess it could.
Yeah, I'm not taking no substance, especially if it says less substance, bro. I would think this guy's giving me some top level. This is that top level mob, like this is that mafia boss level coke, man. You take one snort of this, one sniff, one dosage, you're gonna be having lucid dreams until the very next morning. Shoot, bro, you're gonna be so high, you're gonna be speaking to stars.
Just her, at least enough to go home and watch the video. And the video that plays was like this commercial for this product called The Substance, an injection that makes you younger, more beautiful, more perfect. Only catch is,
yeah, I feel like this is too suspicious, because how do you guys know that I want all three of those, youngest, beautiful, and more perfect?
It's another version of you that you have to share your life with. Both of you are one week for one week for the other, which to me just sounded way too complicated. I get confused. You start talking about cloning me and then throwing some maintenance in there. Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I had like 5 goldfish in a year one time. That maintenance stuff ain't for me. I'm good, bro. And Elizabeth was good off it too, so she just threw it in the trash, at least for now. Because after seeing this young couple at the bar and reading an ad listing for her replacement, she must have gotten FOMO, because she immediately goes into the trash, grabs a drive, calls a number, and finds out where she can get the substance. They never learned. So Elizabeth arrived at the location, and it just wasn't sketchy enough. The place she goes to pick up the substance is in the trenches. I'm telling y'all, this can't be good. Either they about to give her the same thing those crackheads
she about to get kidnapped.
Elizabeth picks it up, comes back home, prepares to take the substance by getting butt naked. Look, I don't care about nudity in film.
Why do they always have to get butt nude? Like, what's with all the fan service? Like, I'm chill on that. If I wanted to watch fan service, I could just open Twitter. I don't want to see naked women on my screen. Like I said, if I wanted to watch fan service or naked women, I could easily just search up Twitter, go onto my gooning account, because you always have to have 2 accounts, one for your sports and one for your gooning. All right, go on the gooning account on Twitter, and then you go on like thing like Simp City, Ebony Island, Ebony Land, BBC News, like stuff like that. Nah, I'm playing. But like, if I wanted to watch women naked, I would not be watching it in a movie. All right, I'm not that down bad for one single actor.
I revel in the challenge, but y'all, I watched this movie on the plane, and I had window seat. Like, there was a dude and a lady sitting on my left watching me watch this film. Bro, this shit was embarrassing. I'm over here lowering my brightness and shit, so dude on my left doesn't see it as clearly. Side-eyeing him to make sure he don't see me lowering my brightness.
Nah, Lord, actually, if it was me, bro, I'm turning the brightness all the way off, and I'm giving him straight eye contact. He gonna feel my dominance, my presence.
This dude probably thought I was a D1 gooner. Y'all can't say I don't love y'all. Especially after the scene that comes next. Elizabeth standing, butt booty naked in the mirror, looks at her current self one last time. And this is where stuff starts to get weird. She takes the injection, and at first, nothing happens. But then Elizabeth collapses. And while she's on the ground, we see something moving in her back. Oh my. and then we see her back starts to tear open. Oh my. And what comes out was just like the video said. Another version of Elizabeth, who's also butt naked, but younger. Bro, the stuff people do to stay young. I remember I think
So
it
is
was
the
Simon
original one
Cowell. I
dead?
seen what he did to his face. And no offense, but that shit looked terrible. I can't do this. I told myself the second I get a single bald spot, it's all gone. I'm going full Dr. Evil, no turkey trip needed. But yeah, there's a younger Elizabeth now.
Yeah,
and
no
I'll be
hair
honest, seeing
implants.
it just had me even more confused in the commercial. 2 Elizabeths? That just left me with so many questions. They answered a few of them, like the whole feeding process is all through tubes and stuff. But if they swapping bodies every week, what happens if one of them gets pregnant? Does the baby just sit in the body while their mom is AFK every other week? Or what about the whole bathroom situation?
What happened if they have a period? See, I'm asking the questions that nobody else wants to ask.
What if the body laying down has to take a leak? And most important question of all, would y'all date someone like this? If you find out the person you're with is secretly middle-aged or old 1 week, then your age the next, are you still pursuing?
A 2-for-1 special. I like to call this a combo meal. You know, you get experience. Nah, but I'm playing. This is depends if you just like that type of stuff. If you have that type of king fetish, and this is some type of thing you fantasize about, hey, go for it, big dog.
If you thinking no, you're just not thinking hard enough. That's the best of both worlds. Think about it.
That's
Do
what I
dumb
was
stuff
saying.
1 week, go to Six Flags, ziplining. They switch, straight gums the next week. And you get senior discounts. I don't know, Gilf Babe might be the better of the two. This new Elizabeth wasn't asking any of those questions though. She didn't care about any of that stuff. Cause she was too busy feeling herself. And I mean really feeling herself. Like the movie wanted you to know that she felt like she looked good. Touching on herself in the shower, stretching in front of her window. Even the dude next to me started looking over. She actually felt so confident as this younger version of herself that she applied for that ad listing from earlier. Pretty much replacing herself under the new name, Sue. Which is what I'm gonna be calling her now so there's no confusion, okay? But I'm not gonna lie, this is ridiculous and low-key sad. When given the chance to live her life differently, she pretty much chose the same career path under the same studio with the same shrimp scarfing dude running it who threw her out before.
Idiot. If I was her, I would just be enjoying my life. I would use the younger me as a time to it's like an plus 20 30 years. But what happens if she just murks the other person? Won't she just stay in that body then?
Come on, man. At least
Or
Mike
would
from
she be
earlier was trying
dead
to get a
half the
scholarship
time?
he never got to enjoy. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. And it's especially sad because while this may have looked like a win for Elizabeth, this leads to terrible consequences down the road. Like
Yeah,
terrible. Because after
she
getting
can't
the
be at two
job,
places
being
at
Sue
one time.
became way more fun than being Elizabeth. I mean, she had her show again. She can hang out with new young friends. No senior discounts, but she could hook up with guys. Point is, she could live that young life that she wanted back so bad.
That young
Which
whole
again,
life.
you might think is a good thing, right? No, this leads to so many issues. First of all, it slowly starts chipping away at Elizabeth's self-esteem, like I said. I mean, you go from being talk of the town 1 week to then the woman she replaced the next. That'll do something to you mentally. It got so bad that Elizabeth didn't even want to go outside. Yeah, there's a scene where Elizabeth has a date, and this is honestly so sad. She has a date with this guy, and every time she's about to head out the door, she stops, thinks about Sue, goes to put on some more makeup, goes back to the door again, thinks about Sue again, and goes back to put on some more makeup again. And eventually she decides not to go because she doesn't feel like she looks good enough.
Why? You already look good by yourself. You gotta enjoy being yourself. You think I'd rather be somebody else? Why would I rather be another guy? Even if that other guy is me, I would just say that I'm both sexy. I'm sexy when I'm old and I'm sexy when I'm young. I have the best of both worlds. You feel me? You can't have all this dark chocolate sexiness, man. Man, cause like, do you understand how like people don't have like I don't know if it's just because I'm arrogant, confident, or delusional, but like I always believe that I'm number one at everything, and I always believe that I'm the best. Like I feel like I could achieve anything that if somebody else could do it, what's stopping me from achieving it? You know what I mean? Like, or do they like listen? At the end of the day, we're all humans. We all learn the exact same way. If I like, and I don't have no disabilities. God like willingly bless the Lord for that. I don't have no medical problems. So if somebody else is able to do it, what's stopping me from achieving it? Is if do I not have enough experience? Then I'm gonna keep working. If I'm just not good enough, I'm gonna keep practicing. All right. There's nothing that if there's anything that I can do, you can do just as well. You just gotta work yourself and apply it. Nobody's that special. Nobody's different. All right. Like LeBron James. If I worked hard enough and I really put my mind to it, I could be just as good basketball player as him. It's that's not crazy to say. It's if you work hard enough and you know and you really want to do it, you could play basketball just as good as him. Just like there's gonna be other people that play basketball just as good as LeBron. Now is LeBron my GOAT? Of course. But you get what I'm trying to say though. Like Steph Curry, there's other people saying that there's better shooters than Steph Curry. Like I said, at the end of the day, you just gotta believe in yourself and you just gotta keep on applying yourself, even if nobody else believes in you.
That's sad. I already knew comparing yourself to others too much was unhealthy, but comparing yourself to yourself,
I don't compare myself to others. I just compare myself to the past because I got to make sure that I'm getting a 1% better every day. If I look at me yesterday and look at me today, I'll be more happy. You know why? Because I have more subscribers, more views, and more fame and motion. Simple as that.
literally is insane. And this leads to Elizabeth somewhat resenting Sue, which brings up the next issue this lifestyle was
But
causing,
aren't you
the
Sue?
personality split. As the movie goes on, you notice that for some reason, even though they're the same person just body hopping, Sue and Elizabeth behave completely different. Like, I can't even put it lightly. Sue does not give a fuck about Elizabeth at all. Like, if this was her mom, she'd ship her away to a retirement home immediately. No hesitation. That's how little she cares. And this lack of care for the older Elizabeth is what leads to the most important but worst decision of the film. Like, I know it's been pretty tame, y'all, but this is y'all final warning. So since Sue was having so much fun, she starts to slowly stay past the 7-day body swap curfew Elizabeth was told to follow. First, it's a day past the curfew. You know, just a day. What harm could it do? Then a few days past the curfew. You know, just a few days. It'll probably do.
Wait, so this whole time she didn't even have to swap out if she wanted to? I thought she was just like it was like a mind transportation. Like it just as soon as 7 days pass, like snap, and then she just wakes up in the other person's body. But you know, telling me that she has to willingly swap out of it, man, I'm exploiting that system.
Do some harm, but nothing too crazy. But then Sue is given the opportunity of a lifetime when she's told she's gonna get to host a big New Year's Eve show. Oh, this is great. I mean, she'll probably have to stay over the curfew a bit to rehearse, but shouldn't be for too long.
3 months?
She stayed as Sue for 3 months. 3! And I ain't mentioned this thoroughly, but this pushing of the curfew did have some side effects. Because in order to stay past the curfew, Sue has to drain this juice out of Elizabeth's spine. And that juice is clearly important. After just 1 day, it left her with a witch-looking finger. After a few days, it left her entire body looking like a witch and with a bum leg. Ugh. So after 3 months of pretty much...
Oh yeah, she's just gonna be a dried up sickle cell at that point, bro. She's just gonna be looking like my granddad's toenails clippings. Yeah, she about to be an abomination. She gonna look like that one grandma from SpongeBob that be on that wheelchair. Just straight bones and skin, no meat.
Draining Elizabeth's youth, because that's what it is if you couldn't tell. She's draining her youth. Sue left Elizabeth, I don't even know if I want to show y'all. She left Elizabeth looking like this.
The fact my homeboy would still crack that is crazy. The fact that my homeboy would still crack that is crazy. But like, dang, bro, you hate yourself. You god dang. Yeah.
Oh my, she turned her into
What
Mr.
is that?
Numbercracker? All that
Hey, don't
draining
disrespect
of
Mr.
Elizabeth's
Numbercracker. Don't ever disrespect Mr. Numbercracker from Monster House, alright? I like that guy. That guy's the GOAT. Alright. That she looked like that one person from she looked like Precious gang. That's Precious twin. I'm gonna keep
turn her into this hunchback. Do I say creature? Is that rude to say?
I would say specimen. Experiment. Abomination.
Okay. I mean, look, she got the
She looked like an off-brand Jason.
A back that puts a Spinosaurus to shame, brittle bones that make her fall over, a bald head, and her knockers are damn near down to her knees. I mean, I still rather look like her than Elon Musk shirtless, but damn, this is messed up. And don't think Elizabeth couldn't have stopped it. She could have. Remember, they are one. Like I said earlier, Sue does not care about Elizabeth, but that's because she herself does not care about her older self. She pretty much hates her. So, and even if you want to exclude the Sue stuff, Elizabeth, the older one, had her chance to stop it before it got this bad via phone call. And she chose not to. Because if you couldn't tell, she's addicted to the limelight and the love this girl Sue gets. Which just shows you how this substance junk really is just a representation of surgery and addiction. Because it really is her versus her out here. And it still wasn't done, because they take this her versus her stuff to the next level. Because after saying enough is enough, Elizabeth decides it's time to put an end to this and terminate Sue. Which is just trippy on a different level, because that's literally her, so she's technically like, you know, marking herself. But as she's terminating her, she remembers Sue had a show coming up and immediately starts bringing her back to life. Oh my goodness, you almost put the pipe down, Elizabeth. You almost did it. But this bringing her back to life stuff went left. Because instead of just bringing her back and, you know, keeping it the way it was before, this actually brought her back. Like, both of them in the same room, conscious at the same time. And since Sue knows that Elizabeth was just trying to murk her, she was not very happy. And this part when I was watching had me thinking, what? They could have argued, have a little cat fight. Sue kills Elizabeth. Yeah, like the OG one is dead. Smashed her head against the mirror and pummeled her while she was on the ground and killed her. And for as trippy and as messed up as this is, you know, she straight up killed the part of herself she hated. Would y'all believe me if I told y'all it wasn't over? Y'all, that ain't even the craziest or weirdest part of the movie yet. Final warning. So Sue, now with no one to hold her back, goes to a rehearsal for the big New Year's show she had. But when she's there, she starts feeling a little woozy.
She's gonna start like tripping out because she doesn't have like her older part to counterbalance her new part or something. I don't know how this like dimension works, to be honest.
Develops a cough. Ugh, I hope it ain't the Hanta. So she goes to the
Hanta
bathroom,
virus,
coughs again, and sees a tooth. And that wasn't all, because after pulling out 2 more teeth, she loses a nail and an ear. That's right, her body is breaking down. Because guess what? The part of her she hated so much, well, she needed it. Remember, they are one. She rushes home and attempted to fix this, she goes back to old reliable, the substance. And even though last time it made a version of herself she saw as perfect, this time it made something horrible. Because what comes out of her is worse than the Nebuchadnezzar form. Worse than the walrus from Tusk. Worse than Elon Musk?
Worse than my granddad's toenail clippings?
Maybe, I wouldn't take it that far. What comes out...
a baby!
This!
My body is actually rejecting that. Imagine that coming out of you. I would just off myself and this, just put it out this misery. This looks like it. Why does it have a mouth on his chest? I have so many questions and my body's not letting me answer. It's just like rejecting the whole thing in total. Oh, my eyes. I would bleach my eyes. Oh. Okay. That's bad.
What came out was this fusion of Sue and Elizabeth.
Oh, my stomach. I should have drank that. I'm actually getting sick. This is not that. I'm not joking right now. This. Hype. What is this? What? What is that supposed to be like? I'm just like why? You know, just like why? Just why?
Gone wrong with 2 heads, teeth on her chest, and an extra arm.
Also, the body. Okay.
In the back, bro, I seen this and I was disgusted, but sad. Mainly disgusted. I was sad because like she did this to herself, but like she was just insecure because this thing that built her up for years and made her find pride in her beauty.
To love is to let go. I ain't. You narcissist. I ain't never been that bad, bro. Even if I got older, I'll still say I'm the best in the game. Hey, if I still can't do it like I did in my younger years, I'll do something else. I'll show you that I'm still one of one. I'm the one of them people you can't duplicate.
Pretty much just told her she's chopped. I got called ugly in like 7th grade, and
I
that
got
junk
called
hurt me,
ugly
so
until I was
I
in
can only
ninth grade.
imagine how this feels. And what makes this spiral and final transformation even more
I ain't gonna
sad
hold you, bro. Just jump off the apartment building and just like fall to your death, bro. This is horrible. This is horrible, bro. Just go to the top floor, jump off the building, just explode or something. Do us all a favor.
me is, if you paid attention to the movie, Elizabeth literally has no one. No children, no husband, no friends, not even a pet, nothing. All she had was her career, so she didn't have anyone to talk her out of getting the substance, or forget the substance. She didn't have anyone to just help her over the whole getting fired thing to begin with. You know how much of a change that could have made? She wouldn't have teeth on her chest right now. This junk was so sad. Tell me why I look to my left and see the dude next to me tearing up. This was sad. Elizabeth puts on her dress and her earrings, you know, getting.
Oh, she's still gonna perform? Oh yeah, she must be. She's an actual selfish person. She's actually very selfish. She's about to traumatize everybody.
All dolled up for her big night. And when you thought this couldn't get any sadder, before she leaves, she puts on a cutout photo of her original face. And seeing this just makes me want to say to my female viewers, and I'm saying my female viewers because that's what the movie's about, you don't need cosmetic surgery.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. All my female you guys are beautiful just by yourself, man. It's never better. Natural beauty always beats makeup, prosthetic, or plastic surgery. All right. It don't matter what anybody else says. It don't matter if you feel like you're ugly. All right. Touch it. Growing up, man, I was being called ugly. I was called darkness. I was called chopped. I was called everything growing up. I still am to this day. Some people still think it, but like I said, it just like it doesn't matter. Like what can I say? It doesn't matter what you do or what you say you are, or whatever it is. All right. At the end of the day, it just matters who you say it to. So don't try to change who you are. Just change the people that's around you. All right. Unless the thing like that's like pretty bad. Like you just like you like to beat on people or like you're very murderous. But like I said, don't change who you are just to fit around people. Fit around people that's based on who you are. Nah, listen, I phrased that wrong. God dang it. Don't change who you are to to fit with people. Base people on your life on who you naturally are. I. It doesn't matter what you do, how much you make, what you got. If it's the wrong person, if they simply like, it doesn't matter if like think about it like this. If somebody likes vanilla ice cream, it doesn't matter if you give them the best chocolate ice cream. It could be the most delicious in the world. If they like vanilla ice cream, they're always gonna choose vanilla over your chocolate. All right. If they simply don't like chocolate, it don't matter how good the chocolate is. If they don't like it, they won't choose chocolate. They'll always choose vanilla. So that's why I said don't try to change yourself. Just try to go after somebody that actually wants you for who you are. Because at the end of the day, there's always going to be somebody in this world that wants you. There's 8 billion people in the world, by the way. 1% of them people is still like 100,000. So you still got a chance. And this go for my young lads and young women out there. Even if you feel like you're choppy, you get no girls, you get no boys, you don't get nothing, you got no motion, you got a slim desire to live. You know what I'm saying? You're broke, you're ugly, you got no fit, your pockets are empty, you got flies coming out of it, your closet's empty. It don't matter. Cause let me tell you, there's better days coming up. Trust it from me. I was the same way too. Now look at me. I'm thriving. Well, I'm not thriving. But look at me. I'm doing better. Just become a narcissist. And if all else fails, just become a narcissist.
There, I said it. Hot take, I know. You don't need it. Derek FDB knows where you're coming from. Cause let me let you in on a little secret.
Your local
I got
Will
stuff
Frank.
about myself that I've been insecure about too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like a
always
girl
think
that
I
has a
was
lot
this
of
perfect being you
insecurities.
see on this
You
profile.
know, stretch marks, thighs. You know what I'm saying? Forehead being big, big yam. It's just like the insecurities, man. I find it cute.
Picture. If y'all ain't know, I got some big lips. Biggest in my family. And when I was a kid, I ain't want these things. I wanted them thin lips like Tobey Maguire. No offense, but just think about how ridiculous my face would look like if I had those. Think about that. I would look crazy. They sue him, not me. So I don't want to see any of y'all, no matter how self-conscious you may be, coming to the meet and greet with some stiff Botox smiles. The guys too, I don't want to see a single spray-on or turkey trip looking hairline. Just do what I'm gonna do. Go full Dr. Evil. This one ends with
Go
Eliza
bald.
Sue arriving to the show only to traumatize everyone in the crowd, including a kid, after she shot blood on everyone and grew a titty out her eye. And also, we see her body get destroyed and the Elizabeth part of her crawl to her Hollywood star only to melt away, finally accepting that she is Elizabeth Sparkle. Not only one of the weirdest and one of the best, but also one of the saddest submitted by y'all. But I mean, hey.
This could have never happened if she just.
All right, that's pretty.
This could have never happened if she just wasn't so obsessed with looking young. But hey, who am I to judge? You know, your life, your choices, man. Your body, your choices. I guess.
Pretty much all the movies I wanted to go over today. Comment down below which movie you thought was the weirdest. And also, big announcement. We will be doing another big donation this year. Last year the goal was 10K. This year the goal is 50. Pretty big number, I know. That's why this year, instead of just doing it based off subs, we'll be doing it based off subs, followers, and members. Discord members, yeah. So it'll be 5K for every 100K subs gained this year, and $200 for every 1,000 followers / members gained as well, which equates to roughly like 20K every 100,000. We'll pick the 3 charities as we get close to the end of the year on my IG. And yeah, well, wait, one more thing. I'll probably do a cap of like 80K, because I mean, you never know. Mr. Beast might just shout out my IG out of nowhere, and then I have to file for bankruptcy. And yeah, that's the plan. Thanks to every one of you who helped me come up with it. And moral of the story, a picture of Ronald McDonald flipping me off. That happened.
Toby McGuire got bit by a spider. Me, it looks like I bit it about. That don't even make sense. Cheating stories that make me glad I'm single. I'm glad I'm single every day. Huh. I could not do a relationship. That's too much work. But anyway, y'all, that's it for today's video. Peace out. Hold on. I gotta see if the Knicks are winning. So far, I hope they are. If they go up 3-0 against the Spurs, it's over. Okay. Spurs won game 3. Dang, that was actually stuck. But anyway, y'all, that's it for today's stream. Peace out, my boys and girls. I'll see y'all boys later.